morning, delivery fam, and welcome back to another episode of Breakfast with UDM on the Life of a Gig Worker podcast. Josh, we got some news today.
Is it good or bad?
I don't know. Depends on who's reading it, who's watching it. You know, we got some news, okay? But before we dive into this, I need to know. I saw a video. Actually, I think you shared the video with me. And I really wanted to know what the hell is happening here. And it looks like it was a Mercedes Sprinter van. I'll check this out. Is that a Sprinter van?
Yeah. Oh, he tried to catch you.
All right, pause. I remember in the previous episode, sir, you was like, it all automatically shifts to park.
Okay. So there's a couple things to unpack.
Before you unpack anything, we gotta put the audience on notice. All right. Josh is having a few technical difficulties, but so just bear some patience with him, okay? He might be blurry, he might be a little choppy doing a robot or something, but just bear a little patience. But go ahead, bro. What the hell happened here?
This is one of the older Mercedes Sprinter vans.
Oh, it's old.
Well, okay. The reason I could tell is based on the shape of the tail lights and how low the license plate is. This is one of the older ones that didn't actually have the auto shift. It had the push to start, but it didn't have the auto shift.
Oh, okay.
But you can see here that it still had the column shifter, but you can see he puts it in park, but it looks like it pops into reverse.
Okay, well, let's finish watching the video because it technically says when FedEx hits your car, your house, then the neighbor's car. Watch till end. Let's check this out. You know what? I'm going to be honest here. I thought when I was watching the video, I thought he was pulling off just like that other Amazon video we watched and he took off. But I thought he was pulling off, bro. But I was like, hey, where you going? But all right, let's finish.
What the fuck?
I popped out of gear. I don't know how. I swear. I parked it and then I got out and then it started moving. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I need some information.
Yeah.
You hit my car? Yeah. Yeah, you hit my house and my car.
I went out of the van. It was gone. And then it started moving on its own. I was all the way up here by the door.
It was an accident, but I need all the information.
Yeah.
I need your
I ain't gonna lie. At this point, I thought the video was pretty much done. The damage was done. But me being loyal and just wanted to watch till the end, I wanted to see what the hell was gonna happen. And I don't even think, when you sent me this, Josh, did you watch till the end, sir?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I watched it up until about this point. I was pissed off at the lady and I just left it there.
Why were you pissed with the lady?
It's her demeanor. I get she's pissed off, but it's the way she going about it. Like the way she talking to him, like, he intentionally did the shit. like
the
house
Amazon driver.
Yeah, you hit my house and my fucking car. What the fuck? Bitch, if you want to talk about some shit, control your fucking dogs first. Like that, first off.
Okay. All right. So let's finish the video because, I thought when it got to this part, I was like, okay, what's next? You say watch till the end. I'm kind of committed here. What the hell? Right? So I was like, something's off. Something's off. So I started looking around and, just check this out, y'all. He checks out the van. The van is fine. He's just standing there. I thought the dog was going to run out or something, and he was going to take off. Nothing. Then something told me to look at the FedEx van. Just look at the FedEx van. Where it's going?
Goes.
Where the hell is going, Josh?
Bro.
And look at it. Look. When he noticed it.
Oh my God.
Bro, what the hell? He parks it in the customers where he's delivering to. He parks it in the driveway or whatever. He's trying to deliver the package. It backs in. He tries to catch it like Superman. It backs it to the house. Then he goes, gets in, pulls it away, and put it back in gear. And then he gets out to try to figure out this whole situation out. What? And Josh, remember, you said in a previous episode, it puts it back in park or whatever if the door is open or whatever. Now I'm hearing you saying it's one of the older ones. What the hell, bro?
Listen, it goes into park automatically, but clearly it goes into other gears automatically. And I was never away from the van that fucking long, so it could have happened to me.
Okay. All right. Well, can you imagine being a driver like this? What would you do, Josh?
Oh, I'm pulling off and taking off. I'm going to the next stop. I ain't listening to her fucking mouth, bro.
Okay.
Call customer service. They'll take care of you.
Damn shame. Y'all hear what I got to deal with over here? Anyway, so Josh, remember when we did this episode right here? This was episode number 44. Unplugged. Baka Baka. Okay. Now, if you don't know what this was about, I suggest you go check it out, right? Check out the full episode. But just to give you a quick summary or summarization of what we spoke about here is this restaurant decided to go solo and not do DoorDash, not partner with DoorDash. In Seattle.
In Seattle. You got to throw that in there.
Yeah. And we know that Seattle got a whole lot of shit going on, right? So, I received a text message today by our guest that was on this episode, which was Kim Side Money Plans. And I was like, okay, I received the link and I didn't click it right away because of our episode. Our Tech Tuesday. I was like, hey, don't just click every link, Brian. Let's investigate this. What he say? Incognito. Let's go there first. Let's do this. So I was all kind of jacked up. But I was reading the link because it was a full link. And I was like, wait, Baka Baka again? And it was coming from Kim. So then this is what happened, my brother. Baka Baka closes 2 locations after switch to self-delivery, citing not enough orders, bro. Now let's zoom in at the bottom here because I want you to see this, right? It wasn't much of an article, so I didn't get screenshots here. Just a month ago, owner Brian O'Connor opted to cut ties with third-party delivery apps like Uber Eats and DoorDash, citing concerns about profitability. And they made it sound like 12 drivers. Remember that?
Oh, God.
12 drivers was the it factor that was going to get them to where they were trying to go.
I want y'all to go back and watch that video. And I want y'all to tell me who the fuck called it. To be fair, to be fair, towards the end, I did not call it because I thought DoorDash was going to get fucking smart and send them with the red card.
I didn't even know who called it. I was trying to think, like, did I call it? Did Josh call it? Did we call it? I don't know.
I think we all called it. It was a downfall. We all predicted a downfall. these apps bring a lot of these restaurants a lot of fucking revenue,
Yeah.
a lot of revenue that they don't think about, and even though it's costing them between 30 and 60% on some of these orders, it still is a lot of revenue.
And since you brought that up, remember the upcharge thing you spoke to me about?
Yeah.
I want you to briefly explain it, but I had an experience where a restaurant owner told me the same thing. I said, well, damn, all these years, bro, I've been blaming DoorDash. Damn. Go ahead. For the audience that don't know what we're talking about, can you just briefly touch on that? We could probably continue the conversation in a Financial Fridays or something like that. But
yeah, so we had a slight brushing of a conversation after we had talked about the fees on top of fees, right? And to the viewers, to summarize that conversation, is we both found out roughly within a couple of days from each other from our own independent sources that these apps are charging the fees to the merchants. And in order to make up those fees, the merchants are charging additional money on each item in order to make up for that revenue. It's smart as fuck, and it's not DoorDash.
And then the restaurant I spoke to, we were just talking about, because it was like juices, bro. Like they don't add water to their juice. It was just basically fruits and vegetable juices, right?
And that's your little fucking nerd.
Yeah. Right? Don't even go there. So I'm like, man, and he just volunteered. He was like, man, these apps are expensive, so yeah, I gotta charge more. I'm like, what? What do you mean? And he's like, yeah, I got to charge more with the app so I could at least break even.
Even.
It's confirmed, and all I can do is hear you right here, bro. You ain't even part of the conversation.
In the back, far away. I told you. I fucking told you.
Exactly, bro. But to see, going back to this right here, to see that they were so confident. And on the other channel, on my other channel, bro, I've been telling people the golden age of gig work is just getting started. I said that maybe about a year ago now, or maybe however long ago, right? It's just getting started for things like this. Restaurants believe that they can operate without them, but there's a lot of restaurants that don't even put in the necessary, the marketing that's necessary for them to get people into their actual locations. They don't do that.
Well, so here we have a lot of issues
even if it's expensive.
Yeah. And that's the thing. So here we have a lot of issues out of Chick-fil-A, right? We have Chick-fil-A's that try to move literally 10 blocks, maybe even a block up the street. There's 3 of them that it literally have moved a block up the street, thinking that they will get more traffic if they just move their location a block up the street. The old building's still over there, but they're just a block up the street.
Don't mind his lagging, y'all. You heard what he said.
So I was looking at that. That's why I kind of stopped. But there's a lot of marketing that goes into Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, and a couple other major franchises. Starbucks does one of the deepest financial revenue dives out of all fast food restaurants that I've ever seen. If you see a Starbucks pop up in an area, that area is either next to a college or about to pop off. And by pop off, I mean there's going to be massive developments over the next 5 years that's going to push traffic to that particular location. So Starbucks is like a very, very signature staple to areas that are going to explode over the next 5 years. And, they do a lot. They spend a lot of money on research, and that's why you see a lot of their stores are successful. You rarely hear of a Starbucks closing unless it's attached to something else. So, for example, if a Starbucks is in Target and Target's closing, then of course the location is going to close. But Starbucks, I've yet to hear like a massive closing due to not being successful.
So when you said when a Starbucks pops up in the area, you use the word explode. but in 2024 we have to be very sensitive with our choice of words, right? So so let's just say if a Starbucks pops up near my home, are you saying that is going to be a whole lot of traffic in the coming years, or maybe that year, or because
traffic
what?
and commercial development.
Oh, so
So
Starbucks is ahead of the game.
yeah, they're usually one in front of the other. So there's usually a Starbucks. There's three major signs. It'll be a Starbucks, a Chipotle, and there's typically what's the third one? Starbucks, Chipotle, and there's one other one that's a part of the chain that just pops up right next to each other. I think is it Panda? One of the Chinese restaurants, but those three will pop up. Like for example, here 2 years ago, Starbucks opened, and then it was Panda Express, and then from Panda Express it was Chipotle. Right after all three of those opened, it was considered to be the trifecta. And then we got a bunch of these like plazas, shopping plazas. They're talking about now bringing a movie theater here. And I live in the middle of nowhere, or considered to be. So now there's this massive development, and it's falling right in line with Starbucks' 5-year plan of urbanization in a particular area. They're bringing more money to the market, and it's just expanding and expanding and expanding. So Bakabak, for example, they used these apps to expand. They use the apps to expand. They spend a lot of money on these very, very nice decors. As you can see, that's really expensive wainscoting / LED sign in the background. And they expanded really well with DoorDash. And a lot of these restaurants expanded a lot during COVID because the money and orders that were coming in during the COVID period. So for them to X out pretty much the third-party gig apps as things are starting to slow down as far as ordering and dining out, that's the Achilles tendon. You cut off the customers, you're gonna cut off the revenue. There's always an equal and opposite reaction to everything you do.
I agree, bro. But to be honest with you, I thought, actually, let me put this one back up here. When we read this one, let me remove the background one. When we saw this, I was like, okay, salute. I was like, okay, you about to do it without DoorDash? No problem. But the only thing that I was always concerned about, I've never gone to Bakabak. I've never been in Cali or Seattle, right? I've never been on that side, the West Coast, right? So since I've never been on that side, I don't know what the experience is gonna be like as soon as I walk in, right? Will it be an unforgettable experience? And making it an unforgettable experience for me as a customer will make me want to come back to the store more frequently, right? And I feel giving a customer an unforgettable experience, bro, to me it doesn't always require money. It's just, you got to be intelligent. You got to be smart with your promo, right? When I say that, what I mean is, like, for instance, the perfect one I use all the time is Moe's Southwest Grill. If it's not in your area,
welcome to Moe's.
Exactly. See, as soon as you walk in, welcome to Moe's. Hey, I'm like a VIP, welcome to Moe's. Like, and every time you could walk out and walk back in, welcome to Moe's. They be in the middle of rolling up a burrito or whatever, But that's an unforgettable experience. So much so that Josh and I were not even in the same city in Florida, and he already knew what I was gonna say, But just thinking about it, that is free. It's just smart. It's a certain level of intelligence that a person needs to have. Like, you know what? How can we give our customers an experience to the point where we want to come back and experience that? Then
somebody copied that shit. Now that I think about it, sorry to interrupt you, but have you been to Buc-ee's yet?
No, I've never heard of that.
You've never been to the Buc-ee's gas station?
No.
Oh, you gotta Google it.
Okay.
So when they walk in, you always hear it's every couple of minutes because they make these fresh brisket sandwiches and they all scream fresh brisket on the board when they're cutting it. I just thought about that. There's a fucking Moe's copy, bro.
But it works. Look,
It
it's
works.
It's in your head and it's free.
It's free.
And so without being long-winded, right? A lot of restaurants, a lot of people, they say, hey, I can cook. Let me open a restaurant. Okay, cool. They don't know their head from their ass, bro. But fine. They can cook. They can throw down in the kitchen. No problem. They get some money. They go open up a location. They probably didn't even do much market research or whatever. And they say, yeah, we're open. Crickets.
Ain't nobody here.
They do not possess the talents. And I'll say talents. It's like a gift to be creative enough to find ways to market your business for free. You know what I mean? I know there's some people that are really good at this, but it's a level of creativity that it comes with. You know what I'm saying? And people, maybe that's what they're into, and they found a lane and they turned it into a business. Maybe that's what they did, right? But all I'm saying is a lot of these restaurant owners, they don't know how to market themselves for free. They only think like, man, I got to spend $30 million. I barely made $3,000 this week, but I got to spend $30 million for a 30-second spot on the Super Bowl. It's like, that's the way that a lot of them think, in my opinion, from my perspective, because I'm like, why are you shutting down? Why are you like, like I said, going back to my original point, I've never been to Baka Bak, right? Or Baka Bak, right? I've never been there, but I don't even know what the experience is like. Is it going to give me are they going to give me an unforgettable experience to the point where every time I fly to Seattle, I'm going to want to go to Baka Bak? And if they are shutting down, before you make your point, if they're shutting down locations because of DoorDash, bro, they need to figure out how to market their business for free in a smart way, creative way, to get their customers, to give their customers a better experience. Because they just coming in, getting chicken, and they hightailing their ass out.
So I just pulled up Baka Bak's website, right? And the reason I did is I wanted to see what their menu looked like. So their menu is pretty fucking basic. I'm not even gonna lie. There's not a lot of much of any type of gimmick or anything to get you in the door. They have kimchi mac and cheese, which sounds pretty decent. It's $6.50. Their wings are 5 for $8.75, or one piece thigh for $6.25. Your cost is too high. Even in Seattle, DoorDash aside, all of that, this is just your Baka Bak menu that is published April of 2024. Your prices are too high. You're marketing yourself as a high-end restaurant, and it's just not it. It's not it. And I seen, if you bring back the photo of Baka Bak.
Which one? This one or the other?
The other one. So the cans up there, I thought that those were like, some sort of IPA. Like, oh, get a chicken and a beer, right? No, they're fucking Jones soda cans. And they're $2.50 a piece. And if you want the bottles, they're $4. They don't have any like refillable drinks. So you're at this point where it's like your menu sucks and your product sucks. I mean, you got a decent website. You spent a lot of money on this website.
And hold on. In this episode, Life of a Gig Worker 44, episode 44, they hired 12 drivers.
Yeah.
And remember what we were talking about? Like, that seems like a bit much.
Yeah, like they're spending money. They're basically hemorrhaging money. They're spending money on quality products, which is great, but the products aren't fitting to the market itself. You're selling fucking fried chicken, bro. What are you doing with all this mac and cheese and shit? What are you doing with these Jones sodas? Why not just get a fucking Coca-Cola machine and put that bitch in there? You're overpricing and under-delivering. You are a glorified Chick-fil-A.
All right, so look, in for those that don't know about like selling things, right? I've learned a lot in the last 6 months. Okay, I've learned a lot. So what I'm gonna say here is they're not. All right, so they're pricing their items, but they're not selling value, right? That value is missing. Now, I say when I walk into Moe's, the way I feel when they say, welcome to Moe's, like,
it's worth paying for.
It's worth paying for, right? But what are customers getting in Baka Bak, right? What are they getting? What value are they selling the customers when they enter their restaurant? And if they're shutting down and hiring 12 drivers, I keep going back to that, and hiring 12 drivers, that's not the recipe for success, in my opinion. I don't know. I've never seen their books. I don't know what they got going on. But all I'm saying is just the proof is in the pudding, Josh. That's it.
Yeah, the proof is in the pudding. They don't got any
month?
Like with a sign like that, right? Hear me out. This is just me as a sales rep. This is my first thought that comes to mind. You got a sign like that, a fucking chicken hanging off the side of the wall. It's got neon colors, right? If you ain't taking a page out of Toy Story's book and putting a motherfucker in a goddamn chicken suit down there saying, Baka Bak, you are losing your ass. Because think about it. I just made you die laughing. Imagine how many other motherfuckers would be coming and taking pictures. They would want to come inside. They buy some shit, but you missing out. That costs you $12 an hour, bro.
Yo,
you can get somebody to stand in a chicken suit for $12. Winolo, perfect example.
Yo, speaking of Winolo, yes, that is perfect. For those that don't know what Winolo is, it's like a temp agency gig economy app, right? They show jobs that's available. It tells you how long you're going to be working, how much you're going to be paid, and then you choose to do submit to do the job or not, and yada yada. But go ahead.
Nine times out of 10, Winolo here was somebody holding a sign. Bro,
the only downside is it is hot as shit, bro. I've never been to Seattle. I don't know what the weather's like in Seattle, but I haven't heard bad things about Seattle like it is here, bro. It is hot, and my AC compressor ain't done yet.
See, but you got Chick-fil-A. Their big thing is there's a cow that's basically kind of like playing victim here. Eat more chicken, can't spell. It's a cute little cow. What the fuck? You ain't got shit but this ugly one-eyed motherfucker hanging off the side of your building, bro.
Yeah. I see what you're saying, bro. And I don't disagree. Like anything with the chicken. Remember back in the day, Ronald McDonald, right?
Oh God.
I'm just saying, bro, damn.
And Grim. Don't forget Grim.
But let's just keep it a buck, right? When I'll never forget, in elementary school, they had Ronald McDonald, bro, come do a magic show at my elementary school. Okay. I didn't even know if that was the real Ronald that I saw on TV or not. But I was excited. I was in first grade, bro. I was excited. Okay. Now, what? What are you getting at?
Do you know how much McDonald's controls around the world? This is just an interesting fucking fun fact.
Go ahead with the fun fact.
So, if the real Ronald McDonald ever dies, there is a notification that is sent out to the president, the Queen of England, and the secret services of both. An immediate notification, and it says the bridges have fallen.
Okay, that's next level. But
bro,
you see the kind of value Ronald McDonald brought to the world, bro?
Impact.
You saying impact. But what I'm saying is the value in Ronald McDonald, bro.
If your dollar menu fucking burger isn't on that level, fuck out of here, Baka Bak. Nobody cares about your 2 closing stores.
No, I do. Because I always want to see any business succeed, especially when they had, I forgot how many locations they had, but I would like to see any business succeed, but they have to be more creative. They have to be willing to do the necessary things, not just getting news coverage saying, hey, we're done with DoorDash. Anybody else with me? Remember that?
Crickets.
Remember?
Crickets.
Do you remember when
Yes.
I said it? I said, it seems like they just did this just to get some attention. Like, yeah, we're done with DoorDash. Who's with me?
Bro, you know what that reminds me of?
Yeah. What?
Every time the independent contractors say we're going on strike.
Oh my gosh. See, you just changed my whole vibe, bro.
We're going on strike. They don't pay us enough. No, motherfucker, you run your own business. You don't pay yourself enough. Hit the goddamn decline button and keep it moving.
No, I've been in this game for 7 years on as a YouTube gig content creator, and every year strike,
This is a fucking strike.
Fed.
Strike.
And they will swear and say, "You say we failed, but we succeeded in some kind of way."
Yeah.
It's
Every
whatever.
time. And it's convenient as fuck that a couple weeks afterwards, there's a pay model change. And it's to bring more money to your pocket. Oh, there's a creator that says that shit.
Whatever, man.
Crickets.
Crickets. Okay. I gotta go on to the rest of the news, man. You done changed up my whole vibe with that, bro.
Shots fired.
DoorDash partners with Max, and I think that's HBO, right? HBO Max.
Yeah.
To introduce first ever streaming benefit for Dash Pass members in the U.S. The partnership unlocks Max's iconic series, hit movies, fresh originals, and more. I can't even get it out. And more for Dash Pass annual plan members at no additional cost. Let me finish reading this. There's only 3 screenshots, Josh. This is the first one. DoorDash today. Yeah, I know. This is like 3 screenshots in one.
What? I got 9 pages.
All right. So let me just read it, right? DoorDash today announced a partnership with Max, Warner Brothers, Discovery streaming service that brings together exclusive original series, blockbuster movies and documentaries, as well as a library of beloved TV from leading brands like HBO, Warner Bros., A24, Adult Swim, ID, and the DC Universe. Starting today, Max with ads is now included with a Dash Pass annual plan membership in the U.S. at no additional cost, giving consumers a $240 annual value for $96 a year. Max is the first streaming service included with Dash Pass. I see him over there laughing, but I'm going to just try to finish reading this. The membership program that offers the most affordable way to order on DoorDash, Dash Pass. Dash Pass offers exclusive deals, members-only benefits, and $0 delivery fees, and reduced service fees on eligible orders from thousands of restaurants. Not baka the grocery stores and retailers. Additionally, for those seeking ad-free entertainment, Dash Pass annual plan members can upgrade to a Max ad-free subscription for a discounted rate of just $10.99 per month, plus applicable taxes. Okay.
Wait. There's 2 stars. You know what those stand for, right? Fees.
Right. Customers can sign up here to activate their new benefits. All right. And the very last screenshot here.
Yeah.
Beginning today. All right. And today meaning today, the 13th, right? Dash Pass annual plan members can enjoy Max's renowned content selection. Max is the one to watch for HBO originals such as House of the Dragon and The White Lotus, Warner Brothers films like Godzilla vs. Kong and Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, as well as beloved classics like Friends. It will also be the exclusive streaming destination for highly anticipated upcoming HBO originals like The Penguin, September, and Dune, Prophecy, November. The partnership introduces the first benefit available for DashPass annual plan members that extend beyond the DoorDash platform, included at no additional cost to members. As consumers continue to find ways to stretch their dollars, DashPass annual plan now offers savings on both Max streaming and DoorDash fees. What's your thoughts on this, Mr. Sir? Because that was the last screenshot.
Oh, you done?
Yeah, that was a lot, though, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
You named off like 30 fucking movies, bro.
I know, bro. And TV shows and shit. So, yeah. But what's your thoughts?
All right. So here's my first thought. All them fucking ads gonna be about DoorDash locations near you.
You know it.
You are. Every one of them bitches, bro. Every one of them. So number 2, this is just the downfall of Max. Max has been an amazing platform for over 3 years, and I believe that it's just slowly going down because they're getting a lot of partnerships between Verizon, DoorDash, so on and so forth. This is what Hulu did before Hulu basically became virtually free and bought out by Disney, and Time Warner is kind of, going downhill too.
So are you saying this is a bad deal?
I think it is. It's kind of like a deal to save the shareholder money.
Okay.
They're putting their platform in front of more viewers just because people aren't purchasing Max because Max is fucking expensive. And here's the thing. They're giving you ad-free Max or added Max for free, right? With ads. And then they're charging you $10, $11 plus taxes and fees to upgrade, which that upgrade is only $6. So to each their own. Anywho, I think that it's a perfect thing for DoorDash. I think it's going to be a value-added service for DoorDash that'll get people to sign up for Dash Pass. But I also think that, in all reality, I don't even know what to think. Like, I think it's a great deal for DoorDash, but DoorDash is the only one that benefits.
Look, the only thing I'm seeing here is DoorDash out here saving bitches. And when I say bitches, I mean it. Like, literally, bro. Like, just look at it, man. Like, DoorDash. Oh, not that one. I put the wrong thing up. All right. So DoorDash is basically Bak needs DoorDash, right? And a platform like HBO. Man,
DoorDash.
HBO need DoorDash, bro. Like, DoorDash out here like saving Captain Save-A-Ho.
I think it should have gone the other direction. Like, buy Max Premium, get DoorDash Dash Pass for free. I feel, and $5 off any type of popcorn that you want to buy. Like that to me sounds like a way better thing.
Almost like it almost sounds similar to what you just said, to kind of like what Grubhub have with Amazon.
Yeah.
Prime.
Yeah. It should have been the other way around.
But they need DoorDash.
No, fuck out of here. Ain't nobody need no goddamn DoorDash.
No,
DoorDash
what I'm saying, I understand what you're saying, but can you imagine them in that conference room trying to come to some kind of middle ground or work out some kind of deal, bro? And DoorDash is saying, "You need me, motherfucker." Like they not saying that in that way, but they standing 10 toes down. Like, nah, we don't need y'all. Y'all need us.
And here go Tony Shu giving out or receiving that hawk too.
I mean, at the end of the day, bro, DoorDash out here saving companies, bro.
Somebody needed somebody. I just can't see anybody needing DoorDash, especially Time Warner Cable, especially with all the movies they've been producing. Because Time Warner, I believe, if I remember correctly, owns DC Comics, which I don't believe is a thing anymore. But they owned the DC universe for a while.
Josh, did you not see what I put up on the screen, bro?
I mean, I saw a lot of words and you read them.
Okay. First, BakaBak closes 2 locations after switch to self-delivery. Cutting ties with DoorDash. 1. So what do you think they're going to do next, Josh? They're going to go right back to say, I'm sorry.
See, I don't know if they will.
Maybe they won't, because maybe the pride is too high.
Yeah.
Maybe they too prideful. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But maybe they will end up back on DoorDash, bro. Don't know, though. And then the next thing that we talk about here is DoorDash partners with Max to introduce first ever streaming benefit for Dash Pass members.
Anybody partnering with DoorDash just sounds like a terrible idea, in my opinion. But no, I get you. Like, DoorDash went in that room, balls in hand. Like, bro, we got this. Like, this is ours. We got it in a bag. Like,
and this is just my opinion, bro. You know what I mean? Like DoorDash is really out here saving mofos. Like, if you really look at it, like DoorDash, the brand, as it's deteriorating, right? Somebody in DoorDash is creative as shit, bro. Somebody back behind the scenes that we don't never see on camera, that don't be doing no interviews and shit, they creative as hell, because DoorDash be doing some shit, bro. I got to give kudos to DoorDash in that way, because they, as they're deteriorating the brand, right? They back there making money.
I think DoorDash is stacking the deck. That's what I think DoorDash is. They're not saving hoes. They're stacking the deck for a recession.
I'm not going to disagree with you there either.
Bro, because think about it. The company that is the most connected gets the biggest bailout. So if a recession were to come about and government starts throwing out bailouts again, they're going to give them the biggest bailouts to the companies that are the most connected, like Ford, General Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Stellantis. Those are the automakers of America. Then they're going to turn around and they're going to give that same bailout to the food delivery companies that are holding up single-handedly all of these companies. So, for example, Amazon will get a bailout, right? Because Amazon is the staple of America right now. Then you have DoorDash that'll get a bailout because they're holding up a lot of these local restaurants. They're holding up a lot of these. There's now a streaming service. So they're stacking the deck, bro. They're stacking the deck for monopolization. That's what they're doing.
Can you blame them?
I can't blame them. It's smart as fuck, but
that's exactly what I'm saying, bro. That somebody back there that's off camera is the one. Hey, Tony, do this. Hey, Tony, do that. You know what I'm saying?
They're
and if you don't know what this is, it's puppet. Okay.
Yeah, they're like, plug in, bro. Plug in. We got to grab another puppet. And that, bro, the next thing you know, doesn't DoorDash offer food stamp delivery?
Yeah, EBT, bro.
Earned by time.
No. I ain't talking about earned by time. Like, they allow Snap. They allow people to use Snap. And I think EBT.
Damn.
Yeah, look it up, bro.
But here, like, think about it. So you taking government benefits and you getting overcharged for them and paying fees using Snap? Bro, our government's stupid as fuck. Now, I'm just no politics in there, but that's stupid as fuck. They should have never allowed that. But now they're connected.
But in the end, it all comes back to DoorDash, bro.
Yeah. The government's already handing them money.
I mean, would you not take it if you were DoorDash? And since you brought up the recession, right? There was a video that you shared with me. Maybe I could just play it really quick, but maybe we'll continue the conversation on a Financial Friday. But I think it mentioned DoorDash since you mentioned the recession. Let's take a look at this real quick.
When I tell you that we are on the verge of a recession, the other day I thought that I would do DoorDash to make some extra money. And when I tell you there was no orders coming in, I literally sat there for hours, and maybe one order would come in every hour, and it would always be a low pay order.
Now, I don't want to play the full thing because I want to save it for an actual Financial Friday. But just hearing a Dasher saying something like this, like there's not many orders, and then HBO Max partners with Max partners with DoorDash to then provide even more benefits to their Dash Pass users or subscribers. Bro, it's almost like almost like what Amazon Prime did with Grubhub. And the orders did go up just a little bit. Just a little bit. But, still, it just sounds like it's a power move for DoorDash, and not many people are really seeing, well, those behind the scenes know what the hell going on. But we don't even know it until we read stuff like this.
And that's the thing, like we're starting to put two and two together. They're stacking the deck, preparing for a recession that, like I said, a lot of people have been trying to avoid the topic for years at this point, but everybody's hurting. Everybody. And a lot of people are coming and turning to gig work to make extra money to put in their pockets to be able to spend on the average thing. But the problem is when you're kind of pending a recession, the first thing that goes out of the window is luxuries, which would be DoorDash, Uber Eats, Postmates, all of those. So
that's what's supposed to happen. But nowadays, it's like it's a necessity.
And that's kind of like how cable was back in the day. Like cable used to be a luxury. If your family had cable, they were well off. If your family had high-speed internet, they were well off. And now everybody has high-speed internet. Everybody has cable. Everyone has cell phone service, and it's part of a necessity. But the problem is, the minimum wage jobs have not kept up with these quote-unquote necessities. And it's because in reality, they shouldn't be necessities at this point. Not to say nobody should have internet or anything like that, but you get what I'm saying. Like these necessities were always branded as a luxury level of service or an addition to your life. It's not like your electric bill. It's not like your water bill. You don't have to have it to survive, but people are branding them as necessities, and it's starting to create a recession because people can't afford to do things that they feel that they should be able to afford.
So are you saying these new brands are causing us to be more lazy and creating new habits of laziness?
Oh, 1,000%. And I know you want to show that to your kids 5,000 times over, but at the end of the day, absolutely. These brands are creating laziness. They're creating disconnection between us and the world, just like we are today. It's a social media platform. Yeah. Face-to-face conversation is great, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that because of the advancement in technology just aren't there anymore. And the things that are in person are becoming vastly more expensive because they still have to pay their workers.
Well, listen, man, DoorDash, I salute. You do your thing. Now, as a gig tuber, I would bash DoorDash, but that's from the driver's perspective. Oh, you getting no money, but I'm still looking at $2 as a base pay. You know what I mean? But from a business sense, on the life of a gig worker podcast, I'm looking at this like, okay, this is all business, right? This is all business. And I'm like, I can't hate on DoorDash for doing things like this in the background while other people are complaining about the money that they're not getting or the times that we're in. Like the video that just played, it's a recession. I believe we're in a recession, and all these other things, all these other videos, right? But I got to give kudos to them. I got to, right? They're branded. I have said, and I'm on video saying, the experience is deteriorating, but they in the background making bank moves.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
and they're going to continue to do it too.
Yeah, I believe so, bro.
The house always wins. Just put it that way. The house always wins. And DoorDash is the door to the house.
Now, before we wrap up here, I shared this on a previous stream. I keep saying previous stream like we streaming, but we will be Once we hit 500 subscribers, right? As soon as we hit that
sounded
number,
so sad.
we'll be. Yeah, I know, right? But we will be going live Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. Once we hit 500 subscribers, but I remember on a previous episode,
you're gonna smooth right past it.
I shared on the roadie episode with the roadie king, okay, or the king of roadie, that something said 10,000 pounds or 11,000 or 13,000, whatever I said in the episode. I shared this on a live stream I did on another channel. But bro, do you really think this is a typo?
No, we talked about it a little bit. I don't think it's a typo because 54 inches is roughly about the size of a pallet, right? And I know that Rhodey has been bought out by UPS, right? So hear me out for a second, because I didn't discuss this with you. So 55 inches by 55 inches is roughly the size of a pallet. You've got 1,700 pounds is the heaviest item, which would be one of the pallets. So 1,762 pounds divided by the 10,700 or 571 roughly equals 8 pallets, right? I think this was supposed to be something for CFI Logistics, which was a part of UPS or T-Force, that's what it is. T-Force Logistics, which was UPS for the longest time. I think that was supposed to be an LTL delivery.
And it came through on roadie?
Well, so I think that they may have been trying to use roadie in order to dispatch their drivers, which may have been why UPS bought the app in the first place.
But you're saying UPS, what about it's Walmart?
Yeah, Walmart all day long. That could be a LTL order from Walmart going to a customer. They could have bought pallets of something.
Maybe there's a disconnection here where I'm not understanding. What the hell is a LTL?
Less than truckload freight. That's like those little you know
why
the
your ass ain't
truck?
just say that shit?
Because
Got me over here, my brain like, what the fuck is a LTL? I'm thinking it's a type of vehicle, LT.
But yeah,
Okay.
so I think that was an LTL load, and I don't think that it was it was to dispatch to the right platform because it does have an order number attached to it as well.
Okay, so you think it's the same thing with this one as well then? The 11,000 pounds.
Yeah, it seems like an LTL order because it's 8 pallets.
8 items. Why would they count one pallet as an item, bro?
Because if you wrap a pallet, it becomes one item. So there's 2 different types of freight.
Hell no, I ain't gonna let that slide, bro. I don't give a damn if they wrap a truck on 8 pallets just to make it all fit. Not 8 pallets, but however many pallets to wrap a truck. You gonna tell me that's just gonna be one pallet, bro?
I mean,
I understand what you're saying.
But yeah, there's two different ways of shipping something.
No, there's some shadiness in the damn presentation. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but okay, so think about a contractor, for example. When a contractor orders boxes of flooring and they come on a pallet, do you hear him say, I ordered 83 boxes of fucking flooring? No, I ordered 2 pallets of flooring.
Yeah, but whoever the hell got to rip that damn wrap off of the shit and unload the damn pallet, go unload however many things that's on the pallet.
I just think it still says huge gig, which tells me that I feel like it was a discrepancy.
Well, maybe it was, but I just hope nobody took it because that's a lot of damn pounds.
Most people can't touch it, and that's the problem. Anything over 10,001 pounds, you need a medical card in the United States.
Well, anyway, man, with everything that we discussed, obviously there may have been some discrepancies with Rhodey, but, well, I should say UPS, because y'all need to get y'all damn Rhodey app together. And obviously DoorDash is making money moves, and obviously the money moves DoorDash is making, they need to give Baka Bak a lesson. You know, whatever that they got going on, Baka Bak is so you said earlier, let this be our last, I guess our final statements on this, right? My question to you, sir, is I know earlier you said Bakabak might be too prideful to even come back to the platform. Do you think this is their downfall because of the pride if they don't come back? Because if they're closing 2 stores, do you think other stores will close right after that since they cut ties with DoorDash? I know there were many questions in that, but answer as best as you can.
I think Bakabak is going to end up realizing that they overgrew their potential. As far as speed goes, I think they're going to realize that DoorDash helped them in aiding themselves to a multi-chain restaurant. And I do believe that it's going to be a very humbling experience for the owner, which I believe his name is Brian O'Connor. I think it's going to be a very humbling experience. It honestly reminds me of Breaking Bad, Pollos Hermanos. He's going to be put in his place. He's going to realize that he's not as big and bad as he thinks he is. He's just another restaurant owner. And I don't mean to sound disrespectful, but a lot of people lack the understanding or lack the understanding in their position in this world.
No. Hell no. I'm not going to let you add water to that, bro. No. Hell no. Listen, the truth is they not as big and bad as they, you know what I'm saying? You just another restaurant owner, just like they say, you're just a driver, right? Yep. You're just a delivery boy or delivery girl or whatever. No, everybody gets their share. You know what I mean? In this case here, you ain't even give it a year. Now, I'm going to just tell it straight up. A month and you already had to shut down 2 locations? Did you pre-plan the shutting down of these locations and it just made the news in this way?
He could be lining himself for a recession too. He could be thinking about liquidating the franchise and getting up out of there while he's got money.
Maybe that's what it is. But you made the news
twice.
But what I'm saying is, can I finish my statement, sir?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
You made the news, making it seem like you were out here trying to make change in the restaurant industry. Hey, we could do this on our own. And you hired 12 drivers, which I felt was overkill in that episode. But here you go. A month later, bro, something was messed up in your plan from day one. Unless this is a publicity stunt.
It probably is.
And if it is a publicity stunt, I ain't taking back nothing that I said.
I hope that the drivers all make it past 90 days. And I hope that he has to lay them all off. I hate to speak that into existence, but I hope that he has to pay unemployment insurance. And I hope that he gets definitely hit for it because he didn't do the proper research and didn't do the proper follow through on his business plan. And I think it should cost him money and more locations.
So he could learn
his lesson.
Learn from the experience. And you need and what's his name? Brian O'Connor? You need Mr. to watch Brian. You need to watch one of our Motivational Monday videos, man. Cause
you know what?
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that. Brian O'Connor, you need to come up on here and be a part of Financial Fridays, and we need to go over your books together so that we can all determine how much you made from DoorDash.
And who are we, Josh? They ain't gonna just bring their books and stuff.
I mean, shit. He going downhill pretty fast, and we talking about Seattle a lot. We might be up in his fucking suggested videos. You don't know his search history.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. But I don't think he'll bring his books though. We're not gonna go through this stuff like we're some kind of finance gurus or whatever.
You don't gotta bring your book.
This is where you fucked up. Like no.
Yeah, no. Bring some roundabout numbers in your head, because I want to see just how much you fucked up by letting DoorDash go.
Well, there's a few things that we learned, or the audience learned in this conversation. Hopefully, they made it to this point in the episode. But
and if you did, put chicken down below.
Yeah. But But there's a few things that I hope they heard, right? That one is the restaurant that's hiking up these fees in the apps, right? At least what Josh was told and what I was told based on the conversation we had with restaurant owners and yada yada yada, right? We also heard that DoorDash is making some moves, but we don't know why they're making the kind of moves that they're making just yet, right? We also know that Mercedes Sprinter vans don't go on park when you leave them. So don't listen to anything Josh says until you do research.
It went in the park. It just went into some other gears afterwards.
Some other gears afterwards. Whatever, man. So any final words for the audience, bro?
Don't be like Bakabak. Set yourself up for success and not failure. You guys all have the tools and utensils to become everything that you want to be here, but you got to do the proper steps. You know, we spoke about it on a couple of motivational Mondays. Jesus, our days are mixed up. But, you know, taking the first step is the biggest step. Taking the step after that is all about learning along the way. We talked about it last Monday, where it's just, you've got to learn from your experiences. Don't pretend to have the answer. Bakabak had the answer, right? He just had the answer for everything. He didn't ask any questions. We're just going to cut DoorDash off. And he learned a valuable lesson. By cutting those off, we've got to get rid of some restaurants. So don't be like Bakabak.
Yeah, don't be like Bakabak, you know. And as you were saying that, I was thinking about, remember when I said in that quote from Socrates or Socrates, right? I got to put it on the screen really quick, right?
Oh,
Smart people learn. Hold on, let's move this up a little bit. Right? Smart people learn from everything and everyone. Average people from their experiences. Stupid people already have all the answers. Are you calling specific people in the Bakabak conversation stupid?
I'll put a name on it so that it's directed correctly. Mr. Brian O'Connor, you are stupid as hell for cutting your absolute lifeline. And you should have done something differently, and you should have done the market research so that it didn't impact your employees, your drivers, and your customers. Because the only person's pocketbook that it affected was your employees and your drivers. It didn't affect yours. So stop putting your hands in other people's pockets.
And if this was a publicity stunt to get you some eyes on your restaurant, it's doing something, but it's not enough, right? It's doing something, but it's not enough. The experience that I've had reading articles, even if I've never gone to your restaurant in Seattle, I've never been on that side of the United States, right? It makes me not even want to go there. I don't eat chicken, but what I'm saying, it's my kids eat chicken. So if we were to decide to take a trip to Seattle based on this publicity stunt, if it is that, right, to get your name in the news and make it to Florida for us to read it on our podcast, right? If that's what it is, if it's a publicity stunt, it ain't doing that good of a job where I'm now going to want to see Bakabak. Let's see what this is about. It makes me want to stay away. So, salute Brian O'Connor. Do your thing. I'm going to probably try to keep up with it. And I was looking for more news on the possible DoorDash, the wanted DoorDash driver with the package and the DoorDash, you know, the post office UPS conversation we had. I have not found any additional information on that. Did you?
No. They ain't gonna admit that they was wrong and they profiled an innocent black man. Do you know what that would cause in today's world?
Oh, I have an idea, but I mean, do you think anything else will come about at all?
he might get a defamation lawsuit out of it, but I doubt he gets much because it wasn't like national coverage, in my opinion. So I don't think he'll get too much. But I think if the driver is watching this video, definitely go after a defamation suit if you were innocent and found to be innocent.
Oh, you giving legal advice, bro?
Slightly. I wouldn't say it's legal advice. I'm just saying it would be more so of a friendly advice. I'm not an attorney by any means, by the way.
I was waiting for you to say that. So, listen.
You, Brian O'Connor. You.
Anyway, y'all, have a blessed day. Go out there, get your money, do what you got to do. Understand that the platforms that you're working, if you are a gig worker, I know not only gig workers tune in, but if you are a gig worker and you work DoorDash, understand that they're out here trying to get their money too, right? And you can't hate on another company. And I'm saying another company because you got to consider yourself to be a company, right? So it's like you can't hate on another company for going to get their money. So if they're going to get theirs, you got to go get yours. So with all that said, have a good one. Deuces. Oh, yeah. What time it is, D-Fam? It's time to what? Go get your money.